Bitkom's Hub Conference is obviously a big feature in the digital and industry world. And we were really encouraged that they're including an entire day on VR this year because, in particular in Germany and Europe, you're seeing VR created not just for games, though there are some fantastic games, but for all kinds of industry, from healthcare training to education to manufacturing and design, advertising, real estate. So bringing it into that fold and having it at a digital business conference is really important, and it brings people together that might not have otherwise connected, which is the best part of conferences. Yeah, well, in particular for public officials who think about the future of innovation, even in particular spaces like education or health or industry, they want to know about the new tools, the emerging tech. And so we're approached by all types of officials and groups about VR and where it's headed. And so those are often the conversations. And I think it's really telling. During my talk today, I cited a new report from Icarus, a research firm in Brussels, that shows that Europe is on track to be a leader in VR. And that's really exciting, and that's because of a couple reasons. One, you have already a lot of investment in research and development in new technologies. And increasingly, you're seeing research, whether private or public, and that's really important, go into VR. And that is what allows, different tools and developments out of the region. And so that is also something that we talk about with European policymakers in particular. If they're excited about VR, we want to tell them how they can help it grow. And having public funding available for innovation and virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality is an important part of that. Yeah, of course. Oculus and Facebook, like a lot of the folks and organizations at this conference, are excited not just about the entertainment factor in VR, but about the ability for VR to bring people together in an immersive, realistic way that people find compelling for sharing stories, experiences, educational tools, ways to manufacture things and create new types of content. And so that's what I talked about today, social VR experiences. I think so far, beyond gaming, we are really trying to take the lead in what it means to create communities and social VR experiences in the virtual space. Another organization that did a great job with this was AltSpace VR, and that's sort of where a lot of us got our first taste of social VR. Now we've taken a scenario where you invite your Facebook friends and friends of friends, et cetera, into your virtual space. You can still access the people on the 2D, internet, web, Facebook. But now you're in this virtual space, you have an avatar, you see each other's gestures and hear their speech in real time, and you can pull in content, like some of the great 360 content from the New York Times or National Geographic or others, and you can share those experiences together. So we're continuing to create those tools while we also focus on all the other investments in VR that we think are worthwhile. Yeah, I really do. And there are a couple of components that people will tell you are important to sort of the mass adoption of VR. And there's no right answer yet, right? Because we haven't hit that sweet spot. But I think a lot of studies and a lot of professionals, including myself, are hopeful we will. That includes really good hardware, making headsets comfortable, easy to use, kind of seamless to enter, which is what we're working on, including with the launch of Oculus Go, one of our standalone headsets in 2018. Also working with and supporting developers who are creating those really great experiences that we think will take off and become popular. For me, my love for tennis occasionally, because it's hard to get out there and get on the tennis court when you're working, et cetera. I put on my Rift and I play Hollow Ball, which if you haven't played it, it's so much fun. You're basically holding a virtual racket and playing racquetball against a computer who is trash talking you at the same time. So sort of like playing tennis with my brother. And so that for me, it's like I can't play tennis in the middle of the workday, but I can take 20 minutes out to play hollow ball, get a little bit of exercise, kind of wake up, and have some fun with it.